But in these really refractory patients, this is kind of like, this is the disease. Despite the awareness, they can't control themselves. And that's what we're trying to restore, is that improved ability to control their behavior.
Do you think there's a role for machines and artificial intelligence here? There are a couple laboratories up at the University of Washington that are using particular signature patterns of within voice to try and help suicidal people who are suicidally depressed know when they're headed towards an episode before they even can consciously know. So this gets right down to issues of free will and whether or not machines can be smarter than we are. But one could argue that some of the search algorithms on Google and other search engines are actually more aware of our preferences than we are. Mm-hmm. Basically what these are devices that are listening to people talk all day. They're also paying attention to patterns of breathing and how well people slept, et cetera, integrating a huge number of cues and then signaling somebody with a yellow light. Like, you're headed into a depressive episode and the person might say, oh, I feel fine, or I feel pretty good. This is kind of baseline state for me. And they say, this is where you were preceding the last episode that took you down a deep, dark trench and it took months to get out of. Yep. I wonder whether or not some of these devices could help with the sorts of things that we're talking about today.
Yeah, I think so. I've always said we have to get in the brain before we get out of it. And if we get in the brain and understand what these signals look like, we'll know what those non-invasive signals are. I think it's possible that we are scientifically sophisticated enough to use machine learning and sort of this kind of bot technique